Oh, do we want to record? Oh, perfect. Hey, everybody. Hey, it's me, Beth Ray. Hey, y'all. I am a sexual health educator with Pure Romance. I've been around in this business for about 4.5 years, and I'm so excited to be coming with y'all and sharing this new income producing activity that is going to really, if you let it and use it and utilize it, is going to be an incredible tool for your business. And I know Cindy and Ashley are also just ecstatic to share this with y'all and lead you guys through utilizing this tool. So without further ado, let me share my screen here and we will dive in. And unfortunately, Cindy was just ecstatic to share this with us. And she partied so hard this weekend. That's right, Pure Romance Party. Got paid to party so hard that you lost your voice, right, Cindy? It's sad. So she is going to pop in the moments of passion where she really wants to connect with us directly. And I'm going to walk us all through this, and we're going to do like a practical application. So keep your pants on, ladies. It's a wild ride. Okay.
Hey, Beth.
Yes.
If I can just say the why at the beginning, then I'm good.
Okay.
Like if I can just talk about why we created it, and then we're good.
Perfect.
Real quick, and Beth, thank you first. I want to thank Beth for stepping up last minute today. I was hoping my voice would be better, but I don't want y'all to have to listen to this for a long time, and it strains my voice. But what about a year and a half ago when COVID, once we realized that we were not going to be we weren't going to be doing in-home parties. I'm not going to lie, I took a few days to freak out. And then I dug my heels in and for my own business, Pure Romance by Cindy, but looking at the greater, what's going to be great for team as a whole, Team Golden Girls. And so what you're getting ready, Beth's getting ready to teach you is myself and Sarah Whitehead, who is she's a Golden Girl as well, but she leads large part of our Golden Girl team is her team Chicks of Dynamite. And we created what's called Winning Our Week, or wow. Okay. And what we wanted to do is give women, because a confused mind says no, an overwhelmed mind says no. And I don't know how if y'all remember back in March and April of 2020, when everybody was freaking out. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? We all needed direction. We needed specific steps as to how we were going to move forward with our business. And so we created this Winning Our Week to give the girls those actionable steps. And we did it for a long time, and then we kind of stepped away from it. And now after myself and Beth and Ashley, we think that this would be a great time to bring it back, because there is right now, with new partners coming in, there's all these different ways to work our business. We thought it'd be a great time to reintroduce this. We really hope y'all are gonna just really bite into this. It's very straightforward. It is simple, just like our business. It's not always easy. I do believe this tool makes it easier for us to get up every day and do these income producing steps. What you'll notice at the top, Beth will tell you, is that what we want you to do first is look at your own mental health and well-being and what you're grateful for, because our mindset is everything. Our mindset is everything. And so how we're caring for ourselves. So the first thing you're going to do every week is, what are 3 self-care practices you can do this week? You come first. Cindy Faulkner comes before, Pure Romance by Cindy. And what are the 3 things that I'm grateful for? Because we know gratitude is an anxiety exterminator. So I really hope y'all will take just as much time with the self-care and the moments of gratitude. That is foundational for our ongoing mental health, which is the foundation for our physical health. Okay, thank you, Beth.
Well said. That's a soapbox I'll listen to you be on every day. Self-care matters, y'all. Self-care is fundamental. We will not get far without it. Thank you, Cindy, for the intro. So you're looking in front of you, ladies. This is a worksheet, which is not a fun word for me. Y'all know I'm here for the adventure, not the worksheet. But I'll show you how I turn it into adventure. So if you're like me, stay tuned. This is a functional step-by-step process, like Cindy said, that we can put some of our thoughts on paper, our plans on paper, and we can see how it's going to positively affect our businesses. So for lack of a better word, this feels a lot like a really, really great tool for organization. Does that get anybody really excited? Yes? Yes. I can only see 4 of you. So if you have actual excitement, unmute to be excited with me.
Yes, yay.
Yes.
Okay, quit screaming, people.
Yay! Perfect. So I'm not alone. I'm excited about this organizational opportunity, and it's just been put in our lap. So I'm so glad Cindy and Sarah put those brilliant minds together to develop this. So Cindy briefly touched on the 3 self-care practices and the 3 moments of gratitude, and we are going to come back to those at the end. Let's go ahead and walk through the targets here. So we're all looking at the same thing. You see up at the top, it is the winning our week #wow, because we love a hashtag. And then you have a space for the date, and then you have your monthly milestone. Now, for me personally, and Cindy, I think a lot of us have used this for our retail sales goal. I'm going to start adding in my sponsoring goal there as well. So I'm going to have a retail sales goal and a sponsoring goal in that monthly milestone. So I'm going to have 5,000 and 2 new team members, right? And then you've got your 3 self-care practices and the 3 moments of gratitude. Again, that's at the top for a reason. If you're not doing that shit, nothing underneath is going to matter. All right. We got priorities, and your mental health is always it. So let's dive into target 1 here. So here we go. A few of you all, and thank you for your interaction, included in, I think Cindy did a post that asked what we were excited about in our businesses. Do y'all remember that post? Did y'all see it? I know several of the ladies with us did that.
To clarify,
so there were.
Just to clarify, it was the post, because I got confused earlier when you and I talked about it. It was a post in the actual event, not in the Goldies group.
Oh, yes.
Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you picked.
Yeah. So Cindy asked what you were excited about in your business, and it was 1 of 5 things. So online parties, in-home parties, social selling and web orders, your VIP group, or team building. So this first section, social selling, we had 11 women, which was everyone that commented. Everybody that commented wanted to increase their social selling. So that's impactful, right? This is an area where we all can do a little work and have the opportunity for growth. So what this target 1 is going to do is, first of all, prioritize. Because I don't know if y'all may be like me, but I have at women, I say this at parties, as women, we have 975 open Google tabs running at all times in our brain, right? So if we could figure out which 3 or 4 of those tabs are most important, won't we get more done, y'all? Right? So this is a way to prioritize and scale down. So when you think about social selling, there are a lot of different things we can do. The examples here are to utilize the product of the week. We've got those great archives. The 6 steps of social selling is a program that we used to use that we certainly can share with you guys. And that's all about marketing and talking about products. Using your Facebook link in your VIP group and your shopping link. Utilize doing follow-up for refills, and then doing birthday girl messages. These are just examples of the things we can do, right? So you see the separate lines under daily missions. You're going to write down the 4 most important things for you to do to grow your social selling category in your business. And then on the left side there, you're going to write down what day of the week you're going to do that. So there's a beautiful level of accountability here. And this is going to shock y'all, but I'll write stuff down and I'll say, I'm going to do that tomorrow. Didn't get to it today, it's tomorrow. And all of a sudden it's like 3 years from now. And I never did do that one thing, right? Does that happen to anybody else? That I'm not alone? Okay.
Very often.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is a great way, again, to put our priorities on paper. And I also know I can mentally prioritize, but if I write it down, it's real, then it's so real. I can't avoid it or ignore it or lie to myself about it if I write it down. So there's a lot of beauty in this written form, y'all. Okay, so does the social selling Does that category make sense? For the most part, we're going to come back and do examples personally, but okay. So target number 2 is to increase our VIP group. And we had 6 women of our 11 say they wanted to increase their VIP group, grow their VIP group, work on their VIP group. And I found it really interesting that we had everybody said social selling yes, and about half of us said yes to the VIP group. So these 2 things most certainly can go hand in hand. You don't have to have a VIP group to sell socially, but you certainly have an opportunity to perhaps work smarter, not harder, by utilizing your VIP group for social sales. So some examples of what you can do to increase your VIP group interaction and your numbers, your audience numbers, your growth. Interactive posts are fabulous. You can direct traffic to your group using a link. This is my favorite thing to do. Send them that personal message and say, hey girl, thanks for being in my group. I appreciate you, and share the link. She didn't know she was there, but she does now, right? You can promote adding friends, do your grow the group giveaways, and then product giveaway opportunities or pleasure pack giveaways, because I'm not giving away full-size products. That's just me. I'm giving away foil packs. But there are lots of different ways to grow our VIP group. And who was at the retreat? Who did the retreat? You guys, some of you guys who were there, I hope remember the class that Miriam and I did about building your women's wellness community. That is literally those actionable steps will go in this target. Okay. And again, like I said, we're going to come back with specific examples, but this is also pick 4 things you want to accomplish this week. But the most important one at the top, pick the day you're going to do it. And then y'all know how good it feels to make a list and then mark stuff off, right? It's like a third of an orgasm, I think, just to scroll through that top thing on the to-do list, y'all. That is quality feels. Okay, so let's look at target number 3, the online virtual parties. So we had 8 women out of our 11 comment that they wanted to grow their online virtual party presence in the business. So I commend you all. This is what we learned after that brief paralyzation when we all freaked out when COVID came, right? What we quickly learned was that we aren't even close to stagnant here. We got a huge opportunity with the online and virtual parties. So there are a lot of ways that you can work that angle. I know lots of us are still talking about it. Lots of us are doing the Tiffany Ransom virtual party recipe. Girl is brilliant. I have been and need to get back into a routine where I did a virtual party in my ladies group every Wednesday. And so I would recruit a couple hostesses to be, my hostesses for that party. And then I always had women inviting new women to my weekly Facebook Live parties. It's a great way to keep the group growing. So obviously you can see too how these all connect with each other. And that's what business growth is all about, right? So you can utilize your who do you know form and really think about who you know out of state. You can work on the product of the week here to attract some energy for these virtual parties. And then you can advertise your Zoom parties. Those were a lot of fun when COVID started too. And I've just gotten back into doing Zoom parties because it's like the whole world now is aware that we can Zoom. Like before, it was a subset of the population that knew, but now everybody knows what Zoom is. So when somebody says, just my friends are spread out everywhere, perfect, girl, let's get you on the books for a Zoom party. Let's hit that Zoom room, boo. Yes. So how is next Thursday? Yeah. So there are a lot of ways to work the online virtual party aspect. And again, same thing here. You're going to pick 3 or 4 of your most important tasks that you want to accomplish this week. You're going to pick the date you're going to do them. And when you accomplish it, you're going to mark it out. It's going to feel so good. Okay. Does that make sense to everybody? The online virtual parties, how you work to get those, work to make the contacts. Okay, cool. All right. And then this next category. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
That was probably me, Beth. My voice is not that great. I'm like Cindy.
Are you excited? Was that what you were saying, Shauna?
Yeah, really excited about all this because I plan on doing that virtual party at least once a week like you do.
You found big success. I can't wait to see what you do with it, girl. Yeah, thank you. This next section, our brain dump, is it's honestly, this is the one that really tickles my fancy because this is where most of my ADHD lies, in this one corner. And this has been personally probably this was one of the bigger impacts for my personal business and my personal life. So this is where you're going to write down the stuff that is not income producing, but the stuff that has to get done, right? So do we have anybody who already regularly brain dumps? I know a couple of you do. Are y'all familiar with the brain dump? Yeah, okay, awesome. So the brain dump is so crazy, amazingly helpful. Essentially, if you can put on paper all the stuff that's rumbling around in your brain causing you stress and anxiety, then it's there on paper and it's not rumbling around causing you stress and anxiety, right? I feel like there's a little bit more of a control aspect when I have it on paper. Then I have the opportunity to do that shit and then mark it out and move on mentally and physically. Does that resonate with anybody? Y'all feel that way a little bit? Thank you. Okay, awesome. Thank you. So the brain dump is where we're going to put, like I said, the stuff that has to get done. Maybe this is life or business. I guess business is part of life. This is personal or business. There we go. Maybe it is getting the kids to and fro all of the sports. Maybe it is, getting the dishes done. Maybe it is, I think I wrote on this one, masturbation. Like this is necessary for my business to function at 100%, right? But it's not necessarily income producing. So that type of a thing. I bet you've had masturbation on one of yours too, Cindy.
Actually, masturbation goes under self-care.
Oh, well, we can touch both corners with that particular task.
Yeah, it's self-care.
That's good. Thank you. I needed to refocus.
Yeah, Shannon, I hope Shannon hears me because she'd be proud of me for saying that. Yeah.
Oh, love. I know shipping and packaging is one of the things that often was in my brain dump. The party follow-up, literally like putting orders in the COO, closing parties out, that type of thing that simply is not income producing. It's post-income, but it's absolutely vital for my business to keep rolling productively. So does that make sense, everybody?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I've got to scroll through to make sure that at least a couple people are shaking your heads and I'm not just wild and crazy. More wild and crazy than normal. So I'm glad I'm making sense. Okay, y'all. So now that we've talked through each of the, and we're perfect on timing. Now that we've talked through each of the individual quadrants here, and then our most important self-care moments of gratitude, I want to show y'all a couple examples. Oh, and then this, oh, just kidding. Okay, so this is the one that is going to be appropriate for most of us. And then we also have a second version of the worksheet, y'all, that combines the social selling and the VIP group into one target. And then target 2 is your virtual and in-home parties. Target 3 is team building. So if team building is a priority for you, then add one of your quadrants in as that team building target. Okay. And we're going to provide both of these to you. So you get to choose and select. So yeah, these are some examples and we are looking, are we telling whose is whose? This, okay, Cindy, this one is hers. So I saw her approve that. So I love this for so many reasons. You can see her self-care practices involve using the healing massage melt, doing her daily readers 4 days a week and journaling 4 days a week. Cindy starts her day with a few book and writing journaling practices. And it's beautiful and I love it. And then her moments of gratitude. She's grateful for personal and professional growth, for the sisterhood, and for our amazing CEO. Thank you, Chickenelli. So these are small things, y'all. Like the self-care stuff, you all may not realize you're already doing a lot of self-care. So I don't want you to feel overwhelmed that you have to add 3 routines into your life. Like self-care for me is like walking outside and putting my face up to the sun. It can be really, really simple things and it absolutely doesn't need to cost money. So self-care is a lot bigger. It's a lot deeper. Not a penis joke. So it can be more than we may think on the surface. Okay. And then the moments of gratitude. I know we all have days where it feels hard to find gratitude, but if we make ourselves, guess what? You found it and it's there. You can't, what did Cindy say? Gratitude is the anxiety exterminator. That is true. That is the truth. So if it is your hardest day and you swear you can't find a thing, it's a thing to be grateful for, keep thinking. You will, and your day will be less hard. I promise. That's just the way that works. Right above the gratitude, you see the monthly milestone. And I love this, Cindy, because this was the end of April. And she put $7,500 as her retail sales goal, but it was the end of the month. And I guess she'd been doing really well with her worksheets each week. So she bumped that milestone up. Can't get enough of that. When you reach a goal, set a new one, right? I love it. And then the social selling, she was doing daily birthday messages, looks like weekdays, product of the week promotion, and then flew follow up from last week's customers on her Friday. So I love that. That seems so attainable. And I bet you did it too. I bet Cindy actually accomplished all that. Then target 2, the VIP group, you see welcome post on Monday. That's attainable. I love it. On Sunday, she did a grow the group post in the VIP. And those 2 actions, y'all, do you see how those are 2 simple one-time actions that can really impact your continued business growth? I mean, it's crazy how simple this business is, right? Like Cindy said earlier, it's not easy, but my God, is it simple. It is crazy simple. Target 3 down here, the online virtual parties on Monday. And Monday is clearly used to be Cindy's heavy work day here. On Monday, she's going to message virtual party leads and convert them into parties for May. And she's going to solidify direction and plan for mega team party with the leaders on Zoom. So she had a leader meeting. And then her brain dump, she has a whole app for her. So that's terrifying. So I think I'm funny. So if you guys don't laugh at me, then it makes me feel really weird. So,
I'm cracking up over here. My thing's just off and you can't hear it.
Thank you. I can only see the actual camera for 3 people. So I'm like, I could be talking to crickets. I'm not sure. Thank you, Christina. Thank you. So yeah, the brain dump, she literally has a whole app for her. That app is Todoist. If anybody's interested in a to-do list type app, it's fabulous. Okay, and let's look at another example for another beautiful leader of the Golden Girls. This is, we can say who this is, right? I don't know why. I'm just stuck in confidentiality mode. Hello, Pure Romance. Thank you. This is Miriam Harrison. And Miriam is like the badass of badasses. She is just an incredible example for all of us. And she took COVID by a storm and really has expanded her business. She has done, I think, like $85,000 this year, and 80% at least of her sales. Wait a minute. These numbers might not be right. I am sure that like between 80 and 85% of her sales are all social selling and online sales.
That is true.
Yeah, I don't know her number, but the 85% for sure. So this is actually, y'all, this WOW worksheet is the way that she streamlined all of her beautiful, brilliant thoughts and put pen to paper and made it happen. And she'll tell you that this worksheet changed her business. And you can see why. Look at this overachiever typing it up. Okay, so you can see her self-care practices, disconnect from the world, reconnect with the kids, take a 1 hour a day from me, read self-help book. Those are all free things, y'all, right? Those are all things that we can accomplish. And her gratitudes are recite her affirmations. Love that. Find 2 people to help daily and show gratitude every day for what I have. That's great. Then under target 1, her social selling. And this is where she's really, her targets are, we could all probably duplicate and do well. On Monday, she's posting the product of the week. Monday through Friday, she's sharing 1 post about products a day. And on Friday, she is following up for refills. Every day, she's finding 2 new Facebook friends. Yeah, we could all do that. Under target 2, these daily missions, she has a mission each day to increase her VIP group. That's another direct line of insight into the brilliance of Miriam Harrison. You see Selfie Sunday, Product of the Week, teaser, sex tip article, hump day, hunt day. These are great theme days. Trivia posts or go live on Thursday. New member spotlight and reward the person who added them. And every day finding 2 friends to invite. Smart. And then target 3, her online and virtual parties. This looks a lot like what Cindy had going. She's contacting her contacts out of state. She is hitting her family up for parties. She's doing a quickie party on Tuesdays, live parties on Fridays and Sundays, and doing Zoom parties. And then her brain dump. These are great examples. Cleaning the office. We know that we get more done when we have a clean office space, right? That's not going to make us money per se, but when we do it, we're more effective. Taxes, that matters. Feed the kids, also important, that matters. And enter 10 years worth of data. She has a bit of humor there. She's hysterical. So she probably had 10 years worth of data to enter. And I love that she's instilled a new system. Go, Miriam. And then you see up top, her milestone was $5,000 for the first week of August in 2020. And yeah, I love the example where you can literally download this and write it in on your phone. So there's no reason for you not to utilize this tool, is what these 2 examples just showed us. If you don't have a printer, great, doesn't matter. You can still do this. So yay. Okay, so do we have any questions right this second? If you do have any questions, feel free to throw them in the chat. I may cover them in this next little slide. When you're creating, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to say that like it is really nice though if you can print it out, if you are like one of those people that, you know, does better with pen to paper, because like when I did it back when we did it before, I loved like drawing my own expressions and writing on the sidelines. Like it really like will bring, once you start to like brain dump, you know, all of this into your paper, it will definitely bring other things. So like, you know, on months that I really wanted to hit that goal, you know, I'd be like, I'd put I'm a badass on the side, and you know, things that like, you know, meant stuff to me. So definitely don't, you know, just look at it as a boring piece of paper. Like put your heart into it, put your soul into it, because it's gonna work as long as you work it.
Oh, girl, it will work if you work it. I love that, Ashley. And you already know that I'm all the way on that. I actually grabbed an old one of mine. You can see up here in my gratitudes, I'm literally drawing pictures of these flowers I'm grateful for. You know, like you get to make it your own. And I did the same doodle everywhere as my week continues. And as I get stuff done, I'm marking off, I'm adding, which is exciting. And yeah, it's a nice, you know, the physical task of making lists and checking them off, y'all. I just can't speak to enough. Okay, so when you are working on your own personal tasks and goals, keep the SMART-based goals in mind. So SMART is an acronym. So the S, is this goal specific? Is it direct, detailed, and meaningful? Does it answer the questions what, why, and how? Is it specific? Is it measurable? Is it quantifiable? Can I check a box when I achieve it? Do I know when I achieve it? How will you track it? How will you figure out the progress you've made? The A is achievable. Is it realistic? Do you have the tools and or resources to attain it? Is it achievable? The R is relevant. Is it relevant to your grand mission? Does it align with what you're doing? Does it directly support your why? And then the T is time-based. At what point do you want this goal to be accomplished? And I find this one to be really important because I can say I'm going to do it, but if I don't say by when, then I'll just keep on doing it. So love the T there. Once you've completed your WOW worksheet, and there's also no right or wrong here, y'all. If you fill it out, you're doing a great job, and we want to see and we want to support you. So we want you to post the worksheet in our Goldies group. For our Girls on Fire, post your worksheet in your Girls on Fire group each Sunday by 11:59 p.m. And you are going to tag your sponsor and or your upline director so that they can see it, celebrate with you, and so they can make note of your entry, okay? Because we are going to do a giveaway. I'm sure you're surprised. You're going to post your worksheet with hashtag WOW. And then any notable, you know, anything you want to draw attention to, we love to see in the caption too. So you're going to post your filled out worksheet, hashtag WOW, tag your sponsor or upline director, and you're going to do this by 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in your team group, the Goldies or the Girls on Fire. And then for our Goldies, come join us for our live on Monday evenings for the weekly recognition of our hashtag WOW participants. So we want to recognize the ladies who have put it in, and I'm sure we'll be recognizing them for the WWW because they're going to be seeing these sales come through. And then there will be a free product drawing for the WOW winner each month at our monthly team meeting, our Goldie gathering. Okay, so we'll be giving one product away for all of the WOW entries. And then you'll still have your WWW winners. And you guys can recap this info, let your team members know what's up, and tag them under the guide number 4 in our Goldies group. Okay, so all of the assets, the instructions are going to be posted there. So tag your new partners there as well as they join the team. And as we mentioned, you can use either of the 2 options for the WOW worksheet. So you can do the one that has team building or focus on personal business. Okay, does that all make sense? Yeah. Okay. So
Absolutely.
okay, thank you. So again, each Sunday, hashtag WOW, tag your worksheet and tag your worksheet. Post your worksheet and tag your sponsor. And we've got just a couple minutes left, so we certainly can cover any questions. And I also would like to ask y'all, now that we've covered it, what you see going on your worksheet this week. So I would like to know what you are going to be adding to your worksheet. So let's talk self-care. I'm gonna look at y'all. If you'll raise your hand and tell me a self-care practice you're going to do this week. Who's got one? Alyssa, what you got?
Sorry, I had to find unmute.
Hi.
Hi. I'm gonna eat.
Oh, good. You're going to feed your body in a healthy way?
Yeah, instead of this way.
That's good. That's good. And that's fundamental yet huge. She's gonna eat. Way to do it, girl. Who else? Who's got a self-care practice they're gonna get in on this week? Ashley, what you got?
I have all these like really good books that are business oriented, and I'm going to get back to reading them.
Good for you. Good for you. Do it, girl. All right. What else? What else we got? Lindsay Davis, can I call you out? She may be tending to a baby.
I want to know what Liz is going to do. What Liz is going to do for self-care. Look at that face. I love you, Liz. I want to know what you're doing for you.
Love you too. I need a journal, and because there's been a lot. This week I have not been. It's not been good, or this last week. So,
well, Liz, instead of using the word need there, are you open to inserting the word deserve?
yes.
You deserve to journal.
Yes.
And I know that's right. I know you do. Yes, you do. And Lindsay Starkey Harvey is going to actually fold her laundry. So let's all put that on our list too. Maybe I'll clear off a couch this week, boo. Good point. Marsha is scheduling time off from her day job on Wednesday. This is huge. I recognize that as a big act of self-care for you, Marsha. Way to go. Way to go. Get it. Okay, so who's got some gratitudes? What do y'all know you're grateful for right now in this moment? What are you grateful for? Melissa, what you got?
I'm sorry. Anybody who knows me in my personal life, my son has finally decided that he's going to propose on Sunday. And I am just so glad that it's going to be done.
Congratulations. That's a hell of a gratitude. I'm happy for you. Ashley is grateful for family. We've got a couple declutters and fix up bedroom for self-care. Ashley Roberts, what are you grateful for?
My brand new grandbaby.
Oh, congratulations. I can't do the math on that right now for you to be a grandmother, but I'm happy for you.
Well, my husband is 47.
Okay.
And it's his son.
Oh, congratulations.
One of his sons.
Awesome. Miranda Travick's grateful for family. Thank you, Miranda. Lindsay Harvey is grateful for her Pure Romance business. And we're grateful for you, boo. Ninny, what are you grateful for? And then we're going to move on to target one.
Honestly, I'm grateful for finally quit being effing lazy and procrastinating. I finally got my first 2 virtual parties following the Tiffany ransom. I've been putting it off since training, since the beginning of August. And both the parties are going right now. And I'm so happy. So happy. I finally got it all set up and all ready to go. It's all ready.
The hardest part's behind you. There's a lot of gratitude to be had about that.
Mm-hmm.
Congratulations, Ninny.
Kept putting it off. Thanks, ma'am.
Way to go. Melissa, send Cindy a message about Tiffany Ransom. She'll hook you up with the group we're talking about. Grateful that your husband still has toes. That's a good one. Grateful for God, grandbabies, and for Ninny. Thank you, Trisha. I'm grateful for Ninny too. We got a lot of gratitude, y'all. If you're having trouble finding one, reach out to your sponsor and she will help you. She will help you find one, I promise. Thank you for your feedback there, ladies, and vulnerability. I appreciate you guys. It's important as we, yes, Liz, we're grateful that he's okay.
Wow.
It's important that we focus, like Cindy said earlier, about that we focus on our mental health. When our self-care practices and our gratitudes fall in line, everything else will come behind. So these are priorities. This is at the top of your sheet for a reason. Know that you're loved when you look at this sheet by your Pure Romance family, and then love yourself. Love on yourself because you deserve it. Okay, so let's take just a couple targets, the tasks for each target. So for social selling, who's excited to put something on their social selling target that they're going to accomplish this week? What you got?
I am gonna do the whole find 2 new friends a day. And also I want to get back to doing my product of the week.
Yes, the product of the week is good. I am going to work on, this is something that we were thinking about earlier. I'm going to work on my pull marketing. And this, I know we're at time, so let me just quickly explain this concept, y'all. We have push and pull marketing. Anybody heard of this? Y'all familiar? So this is something, since COVID happened, there's been a lot of push marketing. So if you can think about, I know I'm talking to my friends about this gorgeous plus size lingerie, and then I open my Facebook and every Facebook ad is this beautiful, bodacious, plus size lingerie looking at me. And I'm like, wow, what is that? But they heard that I wanted it and then they put it in my face. That's push marketing. It's being pushed at me, right? Pull marketing is about being pulled into something. So pull marketing might look like, might be a little bit more subtle. It may look like a post if we have our lavender and chamomile bath set bundle. You might do a post on your main page that says, where are my lavender lovers, right? And then you message each of those women that fall into a category that applies to this bundle that you can market, and say, hey, thanks for your reaction on my lavender post. I have this crazy awesome bundle deal with these high quality lavender and chamomile products. Is it okay if I throw more details at you? So I know she wants to be in the category, so I'm pulling her to it, right? I'm increasing direct communication and pulling her to a space that she belongs in or may want to be in, versus just putting a post up with my lavender and chamomile bundle and saying, let me know if you want in. Do y'all see the difference? This, in my mind, the biggest difference is thank you, Karen, is the messaging, right? The fact that I'm sending her a private message and I'm connecting one-on-one. We are in a business, an intimate business, and connection matters. Everything about our business is connection. And we hear all the time that everybody communicates, y'all, but few connect, right? So if you can figure out a way to connect, you are the winner every single time. I know that's kind of a brief on the push and pull marketing thing. We're going to have to get deeper into it. I love it. Any add-ons there, Cindy?
No, I think great. I think for me, it's just visually, you want to use your VIP group and the numbers to generate the interest, do the polls, get the responses, and then take it the next step further and reach out for that individual connection. And think about how you want to be connected with, right?
Mhm.
I mean, we've been pushing, right? We've been pushing products for the last year and a half. We've also had shit pushed to us. So kind of put yourself in that seat and go, it's like, well, how do I feel when this is happening, and how would I better respond to somebody if they're reaching out to me? We talk all the time of messaging, using their names and things like that. But the polls are great because we're like coming up with this next month for your uncovered skincare. When you put a poll up, and I put a sample poll, that sample poll, I put my VIP group, it's in the Goldies group. And then based on how the ladies responded, I messaged them individually. So my push really was out there, but then I was able to go in individually. So just really think about, they say, okay, everyone communicates if you connect. So when I'm posting, I'm just talking, literally. Just, why am I talking? All right. When I'm connecting, I'm involving somebody else. There's somebody on the other side of this conversation. So just remember that. We post a bunch of stuff, but there are people on the other side that want to have that connection with us.
Yes. Humanizing ourselves and others will always pay off in this business. Thank you, Cindy.
Yeah.
Oh my, we have a special guest to pop in and say hello. So the social selling, I know we had a couple, Nicole's preparing and hosting a vendor event. That is hella social selling work, Nicole. That's going to work really well for you. Karen sending thank you cards. That's fabulous. And the increasing the VIP group, I can tell y'all what I'm going to do this week is a welcome post that is going to welcome my new members. And I'm going to do grow the group posts. Those are you just can't go wrong with that type of activity. And then for the online virtual parties, I'm going to find a couple of hostesses. I'm throwing y'all my examples. We're at 9:05. I want to respect your time. I am going to find a couple of hostesses for my online party next Wednesday. I'm excited. I had one lined up for this Wednesday, y'all, but she was pregnant and she literally went into labor. So, and then the brain dump, I'm going to do all the brain dumping. So I encourage y'all to do the same. Are y'all excited for this resource? Yeah.
Can I always say one more thing? Just when you're looking at your week for the WOW winning our week, it's always, you're going to post it on Sunday for that next week. So think about, it's Monday through Sunday, just like our weekly web wins are. So you'll have the time this week to review the worksheet. You'll post it on Sunday for next week's targets. All right. So each week's targets are what lead you to accomplishing your monthly milestone. And I'm sure y'all picked up on that, but that's why we're looking, the goal is progress, right? Continue. That's the goal. And the targets help us. So look at your targets, but post on Sunday for next week. Kind of get to know it this week. And if you have more specific questions, reach out to your myself, Beth, or Ashley. And we're happy to help you. And there's no right or wrong. There's no right or wrong. You're going to get ideas from what other people post. Like, oh my God, I never thought of that, doing that. But there's no right or wrong. And here's the other thing. I want to say this. If you do not fill out every line under each target, that's okay.
Yes.
If you don't put anything in one of the targets, that's okay. I want to make sure what you're putting down and on the targets is what you can realistically, it's challenging you, but it's achievable for you. Does that make sense? So if not every line is filled out, you've not failed. That means this is what I'm choosing to do. There's not a right or wrong there. There's no pressure to fill out every blank.
I pulled my old ones and I was looking at them, and this week, and this was what I was mentally capable of that week. Yes. So that's what I did. And then this is another week, y'all. Seriously. So a super amen to that. Use this resource as a tool for you. It's not homework. We're not collecting it. We just want to be inspired, and we want to, no pressure at all, Karen. Exactly. We would love to be inspired by yours. So that's why we ask you to share, because y'all know how this sisterhood works, right? Yes. So when we all share, everybody wins. When we all win, we all win. And it's just science and math or something. So Thank you guys for being here. I really, really appreciate your presence and your energy. And I'm really excited to see what you beauties accomplish with this incredible tool that we have. So any questions you have, feel free to throw them in the chat real quick, or reach out to your upline, your sponsor or your upline director. And we can't wait to walk y'all through this and see how it goes for you. So
Thank you, Beth.
and then we're out of time for the www. So I'm just going to pop on live on the Goldies group and do the www. So y'all can check me out in about 10 minutes doing that.
All right, and y'all give me about 24 hours. The next day, I will get all of this up into that. Well, they're called units now, right?
Like I think it's a guide.
Guides. And I will get all of these materials up into the guide number 4 for us. Okay.
Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, ladies, again. If you need to catch the replay, it'll be posted soon. Love y'all much. Catch me on the www. See your pretty face again soon. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.